What's up, guys? Chris M. Walker from Superstar SEO and Legiit here. Today, I want to talk about what may be the single most important thing you can know in your business. And it's what I like to call your end game. Now, I'm not talking about that Marvel movie that came out last year. I'm talking about knowing the big picture for where your business is going. Like, different people call it different things, right? Russell Brunson calls it your one thing, and Sam Ovens calls it your North Star. But whatever label you want to put on it, it means your long-term goal for your business. So without this, basically, you're just aimlessly going from month to month, trying to make more money than last month. You don't really have any real direction other than make money and keep from going back to a job. But if you have one long-term goal, you can use that to reverse engineer a set of principles for your business and use that to inform every other decision that you make. So like once you have that, everything you do should be in service of that goal to some degree, I think. So you may be wondering, like, how do I figure out what my end game is? Or I don't have one. How do I know where I want to go with my business? The easy answer is it's different for everyone. That's kind of a cop-out answer though, but it's true. Like everybody has different strengths, weaknesses, goals, and values that they should build into their end game. But ultimately, it's going to be up to each individual. Now, there are some helpful things that you can consider because everyone is different isn't actually very probably helpful to you. So that some of the things you consider are look at where you are and what you're doing now. Can you see yourself still doing that 5 years, in 10 years, in 25 years? If the real answer is no, like if you wake up in the morning, you're like, I got to generate some business today. Or you're like, I got to optimize this H tag or build these links, and you're just not excited about it, then the answer is no. Then you're probably not working towards your long-term goal or your end game. Is what you're doing sustainable for the long term? And what I mean by that is, can financially and emotionally, personally, whatever you want to call it, is it something that can sustain you and your lifestyle, the way you want to live your lifestyle, your family, whatever is important to you? Again, if it's not, then it's probably not for you. Does what you're doing now satisfy you more than just financially? So like, and this is kind of the same thing as the first one, but does it satisfy you more than just financially? So is it really worth adding another million to your bottom line if it's going to make you miserable for the next 25 years? It's probably not. So if you have to make enough money to live the lifestyle you want, but if it's at the expense of being happy and fulfilled, then it's not worth it. And once you get to the point that your needs are covered. And like, what is important to you? Is it taking care of yourself and your family? Is it buying like big houses and cars and vacation? Is it helping people? Is it leaving a legacy? You have to, and this is something you have to answer for yourself. But I think that if you can really identify that, you can then kind of come up with an end game of your own. So for example, my end game has a couple different paths to it, I guess, for lack of a better term. And some of it for me is I want to improve the world for everyone in it, and through my actions and decisions, leave the world a better place than I found it. Now, I know that's a great big vague hippy-dippy goal, but it's true, and I've tried to bake that into everything I do in my business and my personal life. I've, of course, failed at it at times, but that's true. That for me, that's important to me, is making the world a better place. Otherwise, to me, what else does any of it matter? I also want to empower as many people as possible to have the freedom to do the work that they like, that fulfills them, and it gives them a comfortable, sustainable living, and also enables them to help others to do the same. So whether that's through training, consulting, helping freelancers, whatever it is, I want to be able to empower other people to have the same kind of motivation to help others and improve the world that I've had. And then from like a business perspective, I want Legiit to revolutionize digital services and freelancing to the point where it becomes the Amazon of digital services or marketplaces. I don't even really know what that means for me yet, but I know that that's a goal of mine, and it's like I actually have it written down and I look at it every day to try to remember that that's where we're going. And when things get frustrating, and they do get frustrating sometimes, I try to remember that that's the part of the end game. I want Superstar SEO and Profit Academy to enable as many businesses as possible to utilize digital technology to grow and be able to offer their products and services to as many people as possible. I say often on my live streams and other things that figure out what you want and go out and get it because you owe it to yourself and owe it to the world. And I absolutely, absolutely mean that, because I think that I think if you have something that you believe is of value and that you have an obligation, not only to yourself, but to the people that it serves, to get that out to as many people as possible. And I want to use Superstar SEO and Profit Academy and my other brands, it sounds vain or whatever, but like my personal brand, to help as many people do that as possible as well. So that's kind of my end game, both personally and professionally. It evolves over time, but the overall end game is make the world better for everyone. Again, it sounds woo-woo and all that kind of crap, but it's absolutely true. And I've tried to bake that into everything that I've done, both personally and professionally, over like the last 10, 20 years, whatever. So I don't know, I kind of rambled a bit here, and it's just something I wanted to get off my chest, and I thought it might be helpful to a lot of people out there, and I hope it makes sense. I think it's the single most important thing that you could ever know for your business and your life, and that is what's your end game. Once you have that and you figure out what it is, then you can figure out all the steps that it takes to get there. So then you have a plan, and each and every day you can do something that moves you a little bit closer to that end game. So do you have one? Like, I don't know. Just leave a comment and let me know if you know what your end game is. If you don't know what it is, let's talk about it and try to figure it out. Just reply in the comments and we'll try to figure it out together. So I hope you like videos like this. I'm going to do more of these like topic, rant, whatever you want to call them style videos, because, well, frankly, it's more interesting to me than link building technique number 250,000. Or it's also, and to be perfectly honest, it's also a little bit easier to produce these. So that's what I got for you today, guys. Do me a favor, click the like button, do subscribe, notify, all that stuff that you do on YouTube. I really do appreciate it. If you have anything else, let me know, and I'll talk to you again soon.